Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the topic of oxidation and reduction. In this topic, we are basically going to discuss some important concept for oxidation and reductions reaction, analysis of redox cycle. We are also going to discuss redox stability of water, reduction potential diagrams, that is Latimer diagrams, Faust diagram and Purbach's diagram. So first of all, what is the meaning of oxidation? Oxidation is defined as the reaction in which there is a loss of one or more electrons by an atom or ion and is also known as de-electronation reaction. So just see, in this reaction metals present in zero oxidation state and it loses its electron and got n plus oxidation state. So loss of electron simply known as oxidation. Reduction is defined as a reaction in which there is a gain of one or more electron by an atom or an ion and it is also known as electronation. Just see, in this reaction this metal atom accept electrons and got n negative charge. So it is reduction reaction, or it is simply also known as electronation reaction. Now we are going to see the concept of single electrode potential. When a metal is partially immersed in a solution of its own ion, there are two possibilities. First is de-electronation or oxidation. Second possibility is electronation or reduction. So we are going to see de-electronation or oxidation in detail. When the metal is oxidized and metal ions form, the metal is oxidized and metal ions form, leave the rod and pass into the solution, leaving the electrons behind. As a result, rod gets negative charge, that is anode. The potential difference developed between the metal rod and its own ion at equilibrium is known as oxidation potential. It is denoted by E oxidation. So just see that when we take a metal rod and a solution of a metal salt, and when we dip this metal rod into its solution, what basically happen, there is one possibility that metal ions from your metal atom from your rod goes into the solution, leaving behind the electron on your metal rod. Because of that, this metal rod got negative charge and that's why it is known as electrode. So in this case, just see that atoms leaving electron and they goes into the solution. That's why here M plus is written. The potential difference between metal rod and M plus ion is called oxidation potential. This is the solution of metal salt, that is M plus. Now we are going to see second possibility. When we dip a rod in its own solution, the second possibility is of reduction. In second possibility, the metal ions in the solution get reduced and gets deposited on the metal rod by gaining electrons. As a result, the metal gets positively charged, that is cathode. The potential difference developed between the metal rod and ion at equilibrium, in this case it is known as reduction potential. It is denoted by E red. Just see, in this case a metal rod is deep into its own solution. But in this case, metal ions which are already present in the solution takes the electron from your rod and it gets deposited on the rod. Because of that, positive charges develop on the rod. Next concept is standard electrode potential denoted by E0. The single electrode potential of given electrode depends upon temperature and concentration of ion present in the solution. If the concentration of ion is unity, that is 1 molar, and temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, then the potential developed at electrode is known as standard electrode potential and it is denoted by E0. If oxidation is taking place at the electrode, that is anode, then it is known as standard oxidation potential. It is simply written as SOP and it is denoted by E0OX. And if reduction is taking place at the electrode, that is cathode, then it is known as standard reduction potential, simply known as SRP, denoted by E0 red. Now we are going to see some reaction. First reaction type is of disproportionation reaction. It is the redox reaction in which oxidation number of the element increases as well as decreases simultaneously. It is important, leading to the formation of two products, one of which has the element in lower oxidation state and other product has element in higher oxidation state. In other words, the species which undergoes disproportionation acts as oxidant as well as reductant. Just see in this reaction, we clear cut see that oxidation state of this copper is +1. But in product, we see that in this product oxidation state of copper is 2+. It is happen because of loss of 1 electron. It means that it is oxidation reaction. Now just see in second product oxidation state of your metal is 0 and it is happen due to the gain of 1 electron. That's why it is reduction type of reaction. So in simple word, we can say that disproportionation reaction are those reactions in which same species undergo oxidation as well as reduction. Now we are going to see cone proportionation reaction. This reaction is basically inverse of your disproportionation reaction. In this reaction, an element in its two different oxidation state combine together to form a product which has element in intermediate oxidation state. Just see in this reaction, this Ag have 2+ oxidation state while this Ag have oxidation state as a 0. But in a product, we clear cut see that oxidation state of Ag is +1. How it is going to be happen? So one of Ag2+ gain 1 electron and that's why gain of electron is reduction. While in this case this Ag loses its electron and comes as a Ag+. That's why loss of electron is known as oxidation. Now we are going to see analysis of redox cycle. Redox cycle are the cycles involving enthalpy change, that is delta H, and energy absorbed or evolved in different state of the cycle. It can be used for thermodynamic calculation of redox potential. Just see this reaction. In this reaction, zinc solid plus copper 2+ aqueous reacted to give zinc 2+ aqueous plus copper solid. We can split this reaction into two halves. First is oxidation reaction, second is reduction reaction. Just see that zinc is converted into zinc 2 plus. It is happen because zinc loses 2 electron. That's why oxidation reaction simply written as zinc solid Zn2 plus. By loss of 2 electron, zinc solid converted into Zn2 plus. Now just see the reduction reaction. Here copper 2 plus converted into copper solid. It means that copper gain 2 electron. Gain of electron is simply known as reduction reaction. It can be written as copper 2 plus 2 electron give copper solid. Now by using Born-Haber cycle, the two reaction can be written as follow. So this is the first reaction, that is zinc solid give you zinc 2 plus and 2 electron. It is straight written here. Now by using Born-Haber cycle, we can write this reaction like this. This zinc solid first converted into zinc gas. So change of enthalpy for this is written as delta Hs. From zinc gas, it get converted into zinc 2 plus gas by losing of 2 electron. Then this zinc 2 plus gas goes into aqueous state. Enthalpy change with respect to this, it is denoted by delta H of hydration. Same thing is written on right hand side for copper. So copper solid converted into copper 2 plus and 2 electron. So this solids comes into gas, then copper gas 2 plus, and then it is going to the solution form. That's why delta H of hydration. So now Q1 for this is written as delta Hs plus IE of zinc plus delta H of hydration. Similarly, Q2 can be written for this cycle. Now we can combine these two cycles like this. In one reaction, zinc solid plus copper 2 plus give you zinc 2 plus copper solid. So both the two reactions are combined in this case. So from this we can simply write total energy change, that is energy change for this complete reaction, it is equal to Q1 minus Q2, and we know that the value of Q1 is this and value of Q2 is this, that is it is put in this formula. So from the above formula it is possible to determine total energy change taking place during the redox reaction. Also we know that delta G0 is equal to delta H0 minus T delta H0. This is come from your thermodynamics. But in solution, delta H0 is negligible, and because of that, since delta H0 is negligible, this term can be simply omitted from this equation. So we can write delta G0 is equal to delta H, that is nothing but Q, that is energy change. The relationship between free energy change, that is delta G0, with standard EMF, that is E0 for a reaction, can be given by delta G0 NF E0. This formula comes from your electrochemistry chapter. So in this case, from your equation number 1 and 2, we know that left hand side are equal. So we can simply say that Q is nothing but Q1 minus Q2. So Q1 minus Q2 is equal to NF E0. So E0 can be written as Q1 minus Q2 NF. Now what is E0? it is your standard electrode potential. Thus, by knowing the thermodynamic parameter, it is possible to calculate standard redox potential of any redox reaction using redox cycle. For the reaction Zn solid plus copper 2 gives Zn2 plus copper solid. The value calculated by redox cycle delta E0 is 1.09 volt, and experimentally it is found to 1.10 volt, which is very close to calculated value. So in our next class we are going to see redox stability of water. Thank you very much.